Hello, my name is Habitually, and we're doing Rooted on the Road. Today I am at the Loft in Colorado Springs.
Yo, it's Casual Pharaoh here,
How you doing? I'm Haze Daroy.
and we got the Last Poet Society album concert going tonight. Art is for anybody who has the passion, has the drive, and has the ability to be vulnerable in front of fans. Because if you don't, what you're not realizing is you're putting so much of what's hidden in most people out to the world, and you're giving it to everybody. And as far as like art and music is concerned, it's such a saturated space. So if you don't have that in you, that drive, that love, and that passion, it's not for everybody. But if you do, you should do it, because it's the greatest feeling that you can have, creating something, getting feedback from the people that you show it to, and really just being yourself, being authentically you, and unapologetically so.
Just keep going, man. You know, like everyone, well, like Casual was saying, everyone can do it, but not everyone has the same drive to do it. But if you can be vulnerable in front of people, then go ahead and go do it, you know. I was actually just talking to some lady down the street. She was performing outside. Gave her a couple tickets for the show, and it's like, she was out there singing her heart out, bro, when I tell you this. So I was like, what are you doing as an artist? And a lot of artists really don't know that you have to like register yourself. A lot of artists don't know steps to take, you know, and that's one thing that I didn't know what to do, you feel me? And I'm still learning as an artist as myself, you know, is what do I have to do to become better? What do I have to do to be able to own everything that I have, you know, so that it's all me. And the label could really not offer me much, you feel me, except for equity type things, you know?
Exactly.
So that's honestly the goal, at least as an artist, is to be able to flourish off your own stuff, but as well inspire other people in the next generation as well. So yeah, I told her it's possible, but I hooked her up with BMI or ASCAP, and so she'll be doing that. Hopefully she pops out tonight, and
Hopefully.
she gets to do a little bit of networking, you know, and we can go from there. But I just love trying to help everybody, really, honestly. So if you like music, really anything that you like, I feel like you should be trying to go do.
Yeah,
Just in general. If you want my hot take on life, do what you love, bro.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you love music, do music. If you love drawing shit, draw shit. I mean, if you like making cars, make cars, bro. I don't know, but the possibilities are endless. The sky is the limit.
What's going on? I'm Anti-Famous. So this event is very special to me because this is one of the first events that I'm hosting that I curated for a client, and these clients are really good friends of mine, and I'm really happy to do this for them. So I'm really excited about putting this particular show together. Like, I've done shows similar to this before, but this one is special just because of the people involved.
Communication on different levels. So communication with networking is just, you know, I'm exchanging friendly conversation. I'm trying to get to know who I'm talking to. They're trying to get to know me. We're figuring out how we're going to do this thing with the music and stuff, how we're elevating each other, you know what I mean? And just making those connections to be in other places together and grow, you know what I'm saying? So, but then with DJing, it's me communicating with the artist, seeing how do you like your sound? How are you feeling with the set? How are you feeling with the motion tonight? So that I can make sure your set runs smoothly and stuff. And then performing, I mean, that's an experience. I get to talk with everybody at that point. Not only am I expressing through my music and the lyrics, but also I have talking points where it's like, hey, you enjoying yourself? You feeling good? Let me run this into the next song. So it's all, I feel the difference with all those, just different types of communication, different levels of it, just where I'm at with it, you know?
Do you feel like any one of those particular experiences are like kind of like more emotionally or like mentally taxing than the others?
Absolutely. Definitely, funny enough, the DJing part for sure and everything. 'Cause I'm trying to make sure I'm in touch with the promoter, the artist, the sound guy. I'm trying to keep in touch with myself, make sure I have all my equipment ready. So yeah, just having a checklist, a mental checklist every time I'm doing this and everything, and talking to people, trying to communicate, trying to figure out what's next it can be taxing and stuff like that. But I make the best of it at the end of the day, because I know, okay, we're still going to get it done. we're still gonna make sure stuff sounds right, and we're gonna have a good night doing it and stuff like that.
What do you think is the main benefit of each of those experiences when it comes to the whole music career in general?
Growth. No doubt growth is how I look at the end of the day. It helps me grow as a person, helps me grow as a musician, artist, rapper, whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? I'm doing my thing at the end of the day. So it just helps me grow in all those areas to figure how I'm doing better, especially because I started doing great with the rapping and the DJing and filming. And then as I grew with those, then I started picking up the business, the networking, and I'm starting to get better with that. I don't think I'm that great still, but I'm starting to get better with that now and learning more about how that works. So really, it's just growth at the end of the day, what I think comes down to.
I'm NinaN9ne Milli.
I'm Frantic.
Fairly new to music. How has your experience been performing so far?
It's been pretty good. Yeah, with my buddy NinaN9ne, he's bringing me out. You know, I've been doing music though, without performing, but I've been doing music since I was about 14.
Does it kind of help having someone like in your corner when you go up, like to kind of break through from going, like making music independent to reaching out to a crowd?
Oh yeah, it really does. I've been just watching Nina, man, and dissecting how you do it and try to, get it right.
Yeah, and I know during your set you had some pretty vulnerable stuff on there. Do you have any advice for anyone that might be going through a hard time right now?
Use music to express yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's the best outlet that you can use to keep you out of trouble. You know what I mean? You can get your message across to other people who are going through the same things that you're going through. You know what I mean? And that's what people really want to hear. They want to hear music that they can relate to, no matter how, crucial, harsh it is. You know what I mean? Suicidal music, recovery music. I'm a recovering addict myself. You know what I mean? I'm about to drop some hard recovery music. You know what I mean? So it's all about reaching your crowd. You know what I mean? You got to be able to reach them.
Yo, I'm Sandman 48. My set list tonight, that's a lot of new songs that are going to be coming out on my new album. And then the last song I did, that's my brain song. I've had that song out for like 8-10 years now. So I've been performing that one a lot. But then all the new songs, they're going to be on my latest album, The Sandy Chronicles Volume 3.
When you were writing Brain, what was kind of some of the themes going on in your life that inspired that?
Well, I wrote that song when I lived in Eastern Colorado, because I'm from like a small town out in Eastern Colorado, and living in a small town, like some things are pretty cool, but there's a lot of hardships out there. So just dealing with the hardships, sometimes I felt like I was out of my brain, so that was really the inspiration for that song.
Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm also known as My Son Venus on the stage.
Delley. I'm from a group called Dirt Click. We're from Canyon City, Colorado. We're rap, rock, whatever you want.
I own Chasing Mice Media, the videography, video production platform, and I do social media management during the day at High Speed Media.
How do you balance doing the media work and your music?
I don't. I just work. I don't know. I got off of work like an hour ago and now I'm here, so it's just making cool shit.
Have you ever had to overcome any challenges as a performer?
Stage fright, that was like super early on before I was even doing music. I was in drama in high school and stuff, but I kind of just found like that adrenaline rush is such a nice thing to chase, so.
And do you have any advice for other people that might struggle with stage fright that want to get involved with sharing their work?
I would say just do it. It's freaky, but you just got to get past that like 60 to 90 seconds of adrenaline embrace it as like, embrace the energy and just channel it into what you're doing.
I really dug your style, and I felt like there's a bit of an edge to like what you're doing.
I mean, I just do whatever I want, whatever I feel like doing. If I dig it, somebody's gonna dig it, right? So I just like to experiment, do whatever I want, whatever feels right, you know. I started with pretty much zero confidence, but I decided to just say fuck it, you know. I'm just gonna go out there and do whatever I want. I think if you really want to do it, if it's something that you want to do, then you're gonna have fun doing it regardless, you know. I mean, I stumble all the time, you know, on stage or shooting music videos, whatever, but you just keep going, you know, act like you didn't even fuck it up.
I'm VanN Demand, CEO and Level Up Entertainment, RIC, what up family, and yeah, I'm just out here in Colorado Springs doing my thing.
150, I'm ready. 8 I'm ready. Slide nightmare, no ready. Chocolate running, chasing the money like Chevy. 20 spinning, eating it, bitches at the game. No, I'm on thirds already. Slice and dice, catch a bitch machete. 2 minutes delivery, stay hot and ready. And when I make it, the late stay steady. I done killed you, rappers and ADs beats. For Thursday, each year, I'm ready to feast.
So during your set, I was really enjoying your vocals, and like a lot of your energy was super dope. I'm personally a huge horror movie fan, so I noticed a little bit of horrorcore wrapped in there. Have you always been someone that's interested in horror, or were you kind of a scaredy cat as a kid?
No, I've always loved horror TV shows, horror films. My favorite franchise is Friday the 13th. I even got my oldest into it, and she's 12. She loves horror too. So yeah, scary movies are my favorite genre of everything.
I feel like horror movies are pretty poetic, like if you like dive into them, right? Like in some of the themes. So I know they were mentioning a music video where you had some collaborative features with some of the people that have been on the set. How is it working with everyone behind the stage or behind the scenes of a video?
Oh, it was cool, and especially how it was shot, because everyone got to really do their own thing. So we weren't like all collectively like in one spot. We all got to pick and choose where we wanted to shoot our scenes for the video, but then the collaboration for making the actual track was like the energy and the camaraderie, and just really just trying to essentially like take each other's heads off on the own track. That's we're super competitive like that, so it was a lot of fun.
Do you feel like a lot of that competitive energy, being able to be that way with people that you respect and that respect you, do you think that's something that kind of fuels the fire for growth?
Absolutely, yeah. How I perceive it, especially when I'm doing a feature for someone else, the passion that I have for making the music, it is also builds my fire. But just as a rapper, I'm very competitive. We all should be competitive, but just in the sense of being competitive on trying to essentially make a better verse than the other person, to make them step their game up, and vice versa. If they have a really good verse, I want to step my game up too. Is at least for me, one of my driving forces. I love when people hit me up for features, because I'm like, okay, well, I get to step out of my comfort zone. I get to put myself in their brain and figure out what they're thinking and how their thought process on wanting to collaborate with me, because of my range and my sense of style and how I sound on records. When people ask me for collaboration, I know they want something specific, because my sound is so unique.
My name is Pluto DaProphet. I'm a part of a band. It's called Frantic Fire. You can find us on all platforms. Just look up Frantic Fire and we'll pop up.
So you are a hell of a performer.
Thank you.
You have so much energy on the stage, and
Thank
like your
you so
stage
much.
presence is so strong. Like, have you always kind of had like that kind of energy since you were a kid, or is that something you had to develop over time?
Well, when I was 6 years old, I ended up getting a scholarship from Hank Aaron to play the drums. So I started off a drummer. So I've always had to, you know, be on stage and be in front of the people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm used to it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you feel like just like your life was always set up where it's like you just knew you were an entertainer from the very start?
Yeah, I do. I actually feel like it was kind of like, you know, I was born with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of long line of my family is a part of the music music business. So yeah, I'm used to it.
And I love your outfit. Like,
thank you so much.
Is fashion something that you're like relatively into as far as like self-expression?
Yes. So I've been dressing different since I was like 11 years old. A lot of people tried to call me weird or whatever for it, but I end up actually being popular for it later on down the line. So it's actually pretty awesome.
I love it.
What's going on? My name is NIQQO Da Vet, and that's vet like veteran, but my vet stand for something different. Visions eventually take over. You got a dream, chase it. Don't let it chase you.
It is what it is. Gotta make a future for the kids. I'ma do it. Moving through the years. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. I got the gear. Put a song in the air. Put it up in the air. Sing it down in the chair. I got something in here. But it is what it is. It's overcrowded. Ain't no crowd control. But like to make decisions where they make the pole. And I can feel their eyes. I guess I'm on parole. I guess they're watching just to see if I'ma take the roll and get up. Just through the time I do a sit up. I put saliva on the beat. Now I spit it up, a spit up. I don't need a gun 'cause I'm the crypto. And I don't ever want no problem. I won't act that. That's money, man. Mama said don't ever be the dirty man. Some people hate me, but don't ever try to trust me, man. I had to learn that that's the kind way you're working, man. If you don't do it, then I know nobody else can.
Listening to your lyrics, you have such a strong, captivating, motivating message. Just your whole mentality, is that something that you had anyone in your life kind of influenced the way that you think, or is that something that you had to kind of patch together?
Pretty much me. I patched it together. Not even gonna, I've had a lot of people give me constructive criticism, bad and good, which shaped what I'm doing now, but for the most part, I pretty much rap how I feel at that moment, so pretty much myself.
And what's something that has impacted you as an artist, like in interaction with like a fan or like after a show? Like, what's something that you've heard from someone that moved you a little bit?
Negatively or positive?
You can go, if you want to do one of each. I think that's really powerful.
I'll say that has impacted me would be when I was younger and I actually was trying to present my music to an older generation, and the guy told me it was trash, but he didn't tell me to give up. He told me to go back and take the same beat and actually make something that means something, and I did that, and then from that point on I started just actually trying to make my music make sense. And that's the positive. The negative is when everybody's telling you good, you don't know what you're doing wrong. So that's the negative to me.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Trwwords, True with a W.
Can't be me, turn it to the maximum. Stand on business before you speak. Me all the hustlers hands. Get in that mode, get in that, get in that, get in that mode. Get in that, get in that, get in that mode. Get in that, get in that, get in that mode.
It's been great, man. Every artist that came on here, they did their thing, they showed their best. They left it all on the stage, man. It's about leaving an impact for somebody to listen to. And you know, you can find me on all platforms. I'm on everything. Currently working on an album right now. It's called True Gumbo. It's coming soon, but I'm taking my time with it. You know, I'm trying to be patient for my fans, let them know I'm putting actual substance into what I'm trying to make for you guys, and let you understand that I'm trying to really change the world. I told myself before I go, I'm gonna impact at least 1 billion people, and I stand on that. So, you know, that's who I am at the moment. I'm out here in Colorado Springs. You know, I've been doing music for a long time. Been making music since I was 14 years old. It's a passion to me. This is a lifestyle. This is something that it's a part of me, man. It's like attached to my soul, so I can never leave it. I can't be the type of person to be like, oh, I'm pussyfooting and I'm putting one foot in and one foot out. Like, no, I'm all in. It's all in or nothing. So when it comes to this music thing, and every artist that's hopping on this stage, it's their life. It's their lifestyle. It's what they want. And you know, I'm gonna continue being the best artist I can be. And you never know who you inspire. It could be 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, but as long as you continue doing your thing, man, you're gonna impact more. So I support upcoming artists because I know how much it takes to put your all into something and want to see something back and want to have somebody be like, bro, you're doing your thing, like don't stop, because all it takes is those words to keep you going. I was that young kid who didn't want to really show his music, didn't want to step out the crowd, and then I was like, nah, freak it, you know, fuck it, like I'm gonna be this outcast, I'm gonna be this dog, you know, and I'm gonna step out from what everybody else does. When I see every artist step out the limb and do something different and be who they really are, like I appreciate it, and it makes me proud because it's letting me understand that the next generation is not hopeless. You feel what I'm saying? That they understand the meaning behind what life is. Be the best you, enjoy life, enjoy this music, and you know, make the biggest impact with it. Understand that this next generation is gonna listen to what you say, and the next generation after that's gonna listen to what you say. So do you wanna leave a good imprint or do you wanna leave a bad one? Simple as that.
So I noticed that you were an absolutely killer dancer. Has that always been a part of your performance, or?
When I was younger, my grandmother used to always tell me, "Boy, you got 2 left feet. What you doing trying to dance?" And it came with comfortability within myself on stage, being myself and not caring what. It's kind of going with that I don't give a fuck mentality, and just going out there and vibe, because you don't know who's vibing with you when you out there enjoying yourself. So I feel that you know, it developed over time, and I'm glad it did, and it's only gonna keep getting better. You know, you add more stuff to your repertoire along the line, and it'll benefit you.
Hi, I'm Kylie. I'm here at the Loft after the last Poet Society. Working with my husband, Casual Pharaoh, for a really long time, and he's always come up with really good like hooks and stuff that he wants like a female voice for. So I've always jumped in there, you know, and been one of the main available options, you know, close proximity. And I've always had a musical love. I had a choir background growing up. And one of my first dreams ever was to be like a pop star, but you know, life gets in the way sometimes. So I still wanted to pursue music because I'm so passionate about it, and it makes my life so much better. I went to school for music business, so I don't really keep up with a whole lot of contacts I made there, but with some people that can be a super good intro into the business, intro into asking more questions to see if it's right for you. I mean, I worked with a lot of different people on collaborations and different stuff, and just if you have that passion and you really have that drive that you love music and this is what you love to do, regardless of if it's your career, like I still say, you know, go and put your love out there, put your music out there. If you can write it, that's amazing. If you can't and you want to sing something that someone else wrote, that's totally fine too. You can make your own sound, you can make your own kind of, you know, fan base and everything. Everyone's always looking for something just a little bit different, and you know, we listen to new music all the time to find something that vibes with us. So, you know, keep that passion and keep that drive, even if it's not going to necessarily pay your bills right away.
I'm Big Brother Mackk. I'm out of Phoenix, Arizona, out here at the Loft in Old Colorado City for the last Poets album release party.
Casual Pharaoh here.
Yo, Guess we'll have to wait and see ya. I'm a poet in the flesh, like a Pharaoh on the best. Y'all nowhere near. Y'all got no idea. 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 Y'all got no idea.
I've heard that a pretty significant amount of time and energy has gone into this particular project.
So about 2 years ago, we've been making music together for about 5 years now. I've really looked up to him. He's been a big inspiration to me in my journey. We decided, because we have a lot of really good singles out there, and he's been on my projects, I've been on his projects, and we kept thinking we should do a project together. And so between us two and our Beast engineer, mixed by Blitz with Odyssey, we all sat down, and for the last 2 years, we've constructed this beautiful 13-piece project.
Yeah. When we got in the process, we were going out for a show, a headline show in Arizona, and I was going to be featuring on some of the songs because, like he said, we got a lot of songs together, and we just said, like, what if we tried to get a whole album done in the time you're here, since you're flying out and we're doing all this. So we started working. He's got a studio in his apartment at the time, and so we were just there working every day, getting that in and getting the songs in, and we got through a bunch of ideas, a bunch of concepts as to what we wanted to put down. So it was almost like the album started super fast, but then it slowly developed over time as we pick and chose which songs didn't make the cut. Other new songs got brought in last minute,
Some beats had to be remade. Some beats we remade. One thing we did do is through all the songs, though, we put a hook on at least every single song while he was there. So in the short amount of time he was out there visiting me, we at least got the concepts of about, we did like 15 songs.
Yeah, we did 15
Some of them didn't make the cut, some of them got, but at the end of the day, you should never rush your projects, you know what I mean? And so after 2 years, I could say that today's the big day, with the big reveal, that we've really put a lot of time and effort into this beautiful project. So honored to have him, in this with me as
this
well.
has been
This is my brother
great.
from another mother. Right
Absolutely.
here.
And on this project, we really focused on honesty and legitimate. It's called Last Poet Society for a reason.
There were some themes of like mental health advocacy associated with the project. If you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit about that.
To be honest, my movement, me and him found this movement together. He really helped kick it off and believe in me around the time that I started making music. But I wanted to find where I fit in the music, and I've suffered a lot through mental health my entire life, up to suicide attempts, drug addiction, homelessness. Getting off of all that and getting into music has been what saved me and got me going. So with this especially, every song of mine outside of all this is all revolved around just my poetic story of where I am and how I got here. But with our album, with being the last poets, we both take because he's more of the aggressive and I'm more of the calmer one. I'm not saying that we aren't either or, but like we both bring a whole different element. It really brings us together. So mental health awareness is the biggest thing for me, because without mental health you can't get sober. Without taking care of mental health you can't get sober. Without taking care of mental health you can't get off the streets. It all starts with the person in the mirror. After that, all the other things can take place. Because I was homeless here in these streets for 3 years, like out there in the cold. I'm sure a lot of people who come tonight will probably have driven past me at one point when I was homeless out here. You know what I mean? Like I was at the bottom of the barrel, and getting out of that and putting myself where I am today, it's a humbling process. But if I can do it, so can you. And that's really the biggest thing that I have with my mental health push is if I can do it, so can you.
Yeah. And just to touch on that, it's like his whole message, Mack's whole message, and just to say, like, here to stay, that man, he started this movement, and it really is just all for, the ill-begotten, the black sheep, the people who, they need a place. So when he's doing that, I'm like, of course I'm down with something like that. I've had my fair share. I'm lucky enough I've never had to deal with drug addiction, but I was homeless. I've had to deal with that. And now I'm happy to say I'm a homeowner. And it's all through being able to do this and bring people something that's honest and true. And even if one song can help you even just a little bit, it's worth it. It makes all of it worth it. So
absolutely.
I tell you, God is good. Can I get an amen, man? God gave me a choice. He said, this is it, or it's not it. What do you want to do? What do you think I did? I stood up and I said, I want more. What's with the dream chaser, right? If you have a dream, if there's something that you want to do or be in life, the only thing stopping you from doing it, and it's cliche, but it's facts, I'm living testimony. I was literally out there in negative 18 degrees, cold, dying, homeless, with nothing in my name. And now we're here because we are here to stay. When I say here to, y'all say stay. Here to stay.